Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk with Ro. I am your host, Roshad Hall, and sitting in is the beautiful Andrea Renee. She has commandeered the seat for 3 weeks right before she came on. She said, I've been hosting round here.
This might need to change the name of the show, you know.
We might. Tell them who you are, Andrea Renee.
Hello, everyone. I am Andrea Renee. I'm the owner of A Renee Realty and Design, and much, much more.
That much more. 6 feet. No, I'm just we go.
Don't start with me today.
We're not gonna start word today. We're not on that topic.
Today. We're gonna do something else.
We're not on that topic. Listen, if you're on Facebook, don't forget to like and share. Start a watch party, if you will. If you're on YouTube, come on in. Don't forget to subscribe and put the alert on. We'll be going back between all the comments on YouTube and Facebook over our time together on tonight. Listen, tonight's show topic is what now? What now? Because we're if you just been on Earth in the last 24 to 72 hours, you would have heard something about Breonna Taylor. You would have heard something about coronavirus, and you would have heard something about 46 minus 1. So we're just here just to talk about the what now. Now, I may have to give you all a backdrop because the person that says she commandeering my show don't watch news, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't judge. Okay, this is a judge-free zone here.
Her news is she gets her news from IG and her grandmother
and my friends and family. Just like you just told me some stuff today.
Right. I'm trying to, y'all see how I got a good slow blink. I'm trying to get her up on CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, Fox News, you know, the national. I will admit, I don't watch local news all the time because local news can get a bit depressing.
It
can get depressing. But I try to watch national news because it keeps me up on the current events and everything that's going on.
That's a great thing.
So
that's why I have people like you to tell me what's going on. You know, if anything is really going on, y'all know. Because I ain't coming out, be up in my house, I ain't gonna know what's going on outside. So now, you know. Okay.
Now we know. Man, Beard, thank you, man. Thank you for commenting on the backdrop. Y'all let us know about the new backdrop that's behind us. Put in the comments, YouTube, Facebook. Put it in the comments. Tell us how you like the new backdrop. We're trying to change up some things in the studio. But let's get to tonight's topic because I really want to hear from you all on tonight. So the number 424 390-6993. 424-390-6993. Yes. And what are we talking about? What now? What do we do now, right? Because I was watching the news and we saw that in Louisville, Kentucky, there was massive demonstrations after it was found that the police officers that murdered Breonna Taylor, none of them were indicted for her murder, but one was indicted for shooting some bullets in the wall. So he got indicted
because he didn't empty the clip.
Because he emptied the clip, and some of the bullets hit the wall, but did not get indicted.
So they care about the structure,
right? They care about the structure more than the person. And I want to start with this quote on tonight. We have a couple of talking points. I want to start with this quote. Some of you all may know him well. World-renowned Bishop Rudolph McKissick Jr. He said yesterday, and I quote, he said, "The system is not broken because the system was not designed for the marginalized. It worked for the entitled." I'll say that again. Bishop Rudolph McKissick Jr., and I quote, and I'm taking bits and pieces out of it, but this is part of this quote that he had on IG last night. He said the system is not broken because the system was not designed for the marginalized. It worked for the entitled. And I want to start there because I think some of our complaints, Andre, is that we go around and we do the pom-poms, rah, sis, boom, bah, about the system being broken.
Yeah, when
and the system, right,
in the first place.
Exactly. The system is not broken, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say that again. The system is not broken. So the system doesn't need to be fixed. Not broke. Exactly.
Now it's time to demolish that system and come up with a whole new one.
Exactly. We have to
fix it. It's nothing to fix.
Literally deconstruct that system that has been put together because it works for who it works for. And in some instances, the system does not see color, it sees money.
It see both.
Right. I'm just saying in some instances, it doesn't see color, it sees money. If you have enough money, you can almost by way get yourself out of anything.
Exactly.
Right. We're not gonna call the Bible a lie. The Bible says that money answereth all things. Well, didn't say it is all things. Money isn't all things, but it answereth
all things.
All things. Yeah. So in some points, money can solve your issue, and what this system is built, money can get you in and out of it. But for the most part, for us that are of a particular shade of melanin and are the minorities of this yet to be United States of America, the system is not broken because it wasn't built for us.
Exactly. And into that money, I mean, isn't that what they thought would kind of quiet people up in regards to the payout they did before the verdict?
Right.
So they thought that was going to solve something.
Right.
Because it was such a large amount.
Right. Right. Did y'all catch, come on, y'all, America, Black America, did you all catch that? They put out, and normally what I've seen, and maybe I haven't been paying attention to every one of these civil suits. This is one of the civil suits that I saw that they actually publicized the amount. Right. I think it was either what, 10 or 12 million. It was like between 10 to 12 million dollars they gave Breonna Taylor's family. And they let it be known.
Yeah.
Right. Which begs me to believe is that they knew what was coming. And they wanted to give us some candy, knowing that the shot was coming after the candy. It's like you go into the doctor's office and they got this needle behind you that's gonna hurt. But what they gonna do? They gonna put the lollipop in front of you first. And be like, you gonna be ooh, and everybody's like, oh man, $10-12 million. Why? Because they're banking on the fact that that you'll be masked by the fact that we just killed her in cold blood. She was in her bed, sleeping in her own self bed, and we killed her. But here go, just get this. Here go this little lollipop. Like, y'all need.
Which I think they do. They do that in a lot of things, not just this, but in a lot of things. They try to put something in front of you to mask what's really going on.
Right, really going on. So, I really, honestly, I didn't know how to feel yesterday. I was just kind of, I came up with the title for the show yesterday because I was just in that what now mode. Like, what now? You get shot, killed for going jogging. So if I want to go work out, get my body right, I get shot for going jogging. If I go to the park and play, I get shot for going to the park and play.
Yeah.
If I'm walking home, like Trayvon Martin just came from the store with some juice and some Skittles, I get shot doing that. Now I can't even be in my own self house, sleep and live. Like,
you might get shot.
Right. What now? Like, where is there room to be Black in these yet to be United States of America?
Well, where have it ever been room?
Good point. But at least it didn't feel like it was this evident. I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew racism exists.
But
like,
now I think
it's just different. It's like, and I never
Why,
thought
'cause
that
you
we were
see it
over
now?
racism because of the election of President Barack Obama. Like,
No.
you started to see it
he was
coming
the
out
worst-
because
he was
people
treated
were
the worst out of all presidents
Right.
that have ever been in office.
people start talking about it, and all these, whatever you alt-right, Ku Klux Klanmen,
Mhm,
whatever you want to
mhm,
call them, start
mhm.
coming out against the president. And then I think, if we can say this, it's now this cancer of racism is starting to come back into stage 3, stage 4, right? It was
So
almost
do you
like
think it was okay? So you're saying that it's coming back into stage 3, stage 4. So do you believe that before it was stage 3, stage 4, then it went down, and then now it's coming back?
right, like we had we had like going through the Jim Crow areas, segregation, all that kind of stuff.
was already at
it was
stage 4.
stage 4.
Yeah.
Right. Then we did some aggressive chemotherapy. We had some surgery, and then we got,
We
the
was in
women's
remission.
suffrage movement, and then civil rights.
We was in
bills were
remission.
right.
That's what
Voting
remission.
rights was
Mhm.
passed, and
Where
then we
it's
kind of
just-
went into remission, did some good chemotherapy.
Yeah.
But it kind of
was
went
that bad.
dormant. Right.
Mhm.
With the case, cancer can always return again. And then
it
we
was
were
never
moving-
gone,
Never gone.
but it was just dormant.
It was dormant.
Mhm.
And then we had the election of President Barack Obama.
That was just a little. That was a lollipop.
Right.
That
The
was
advent of
Let me give
hip
you
hop,
this,
all this
and
kind of
then we
stuff
gonna do
going
this
on, right?
behind.
We
Mhm.
getting all these black millionaires, billionaires. We coming up, we thinking we moving. President Obama get, you know what I'm saying? Because Tupac told us he never thought he would see a black president, but we got one.
Mhm.
And then
But did
now this cancer has returned, and I can't blame it all on 46 minus 1. He's just a conduit of making it acceptable again. And I believe it's because I would have to say the white male feels that he's losing his majority. And I would beg to say that our Caucasian become tribal and they don't say nothing.
Well, they can't.
Right? Just because we say Black Lives Matter does not mean that blue lives don't matter. But we ain't talking about blue lives right now. We ain't talking about red lives. We ain't talking about, beige is, we ain't talking about beige lives or white lives. We talking about black lives, right? You know what I mean? Can we just say black? Can we just, and this is just for me, I'm not going to go deep into it. Can we just say Black Lives Matter and that's it? That covers every race, creed, whatever, and whomever you want to be. If you black, that covers you. Why we got to try to co-opt to create another group inside of Black Lives Matter? Because somebody, you feel like you not black?
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter stand for men, women, and our LGBTQ plus community too.
Oh,
it's everybody.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. There's no segregation inside of the word Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Right. So people start creating silos inside of that to say, oh, well, this group matter too. Well, who say you didn't if you black?
Exactly. You're
But
right.
I digress.
They want to change the narrative. You're
right. Everybody's always trying to change the narrative. But again, back to Popo. One time. 5-0.
But you have to think if you think of any organization, organized gang, that's exactly what the police is.
They are
They're
an
an
organized
gang. I mean, really. So, and then in training, they're trained to be aggressive towards so-called minorities. That's what you learn in, what is that? The little camp they do before a police officer.
The academy.
Police academy. And then on top of that, they have it's segregation in the police force. So I know African American cops who get treated wrong.
Yeah. Which then would lead me to believe that,
and they wear the badge,
right?
So,
if you're African American or if you're Latino American or Asian American, know that you are already facing discrimination within said organization. Why, when you know things are going wrong, would you stand up for the wrong? The issue, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes things have to be changed from within. And if enough police officers, men and women alike, that are Black and brown and Asian brothers and sisters would stand up and say, you know what, this is just flat out wrong, right? Then, hey, I think things would change. Again, I'm not all the way, and y'all tell me in the comments, and you all, again, call in if you will, 424-390-6993. I'm not all for that moniker, defund the police.
Oh, no.
I'm not with that.
No.
I don't want the police to be defunded. No. I think that some of that money can be reallocated. I don't think police should be called out for mental health issues that people are dealing with, or certain issues that you're calling the police out for everything, right? Not even retrained. Like, that's not what the police do. Police deal with crimes. If it's not a crime, I believe that here's where some of this reallocation of the funds can go. You can get some of this money and reallocate it to other programs and create other programs that can come out to people's home and offer a service. And if it is escalated to a point of violence or something like that, the police can be on standby to then show up, because they just come in, guns blazing, and they shooting. And sometimes it's not even on that level, right? You know what I mean? We're trying to make the police be a catch-all, but they for everything that goes wrong in society.
React to certain situations.
They should. I think like, police officers, if you want to be a police officer and you serve in your your route, I forgot what they call it, the area in which you patrol, your patrol area, I think you need to be living in the patrol area. You need to be able to live where you patrol, so you can be able to get the temperament of individuals right in that area. Absolutely. Because Pookie, he ain't trying to shoot you. He just I shoot you. And you mad? You thinking he about to reach, knowing he ain't doing, but you ain't grew up.
You didn't grow up over
there. You didn't grow up over there to know that he ain't doing nothing. But man, if you don't sit your old easy sugar honey iced tea behind down, you know what I'm saying? You you got to know how to talk to people to let them know, I'm just playing with you. But you got you know what I'm saying, whoever coming from a hick town into LA or Chicago or New York or Miami or New Orleans or Baltimore or Louisville, Kentucky. You got these whoever coming in from these counties that don't know the temper or the temperament or the tone. They ain't even check the temperature in the room. They just come in guns blazing like we the Wild Wild West. Like,
useful servant of God stated they were organized to protect the white objective. He also said, live in the community that you patrol in.
Yeah, I'm with it. Live in the community that you patrol in. Right? You have a whole different attitude.
Yes.
And your disposition and your demeanor will be totally different. Right? If you live, because here it is.
You have to interact.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to the gas station.
I believe here it is. It's all going back to money.
Oh yeah.
It's all a money issue. When you don't have access to quality education, you don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables and food that is not expired. Your educational system, all these different facts. You don't have the ability to obtain loans, small business loans. There's no way for you to become entrepreneurs in your city or the area in which you are in, so you can recycle your dollars. What else? You're just leaving people to, and then listen, I don't know no black people that own planes, trains. So how did drugs get into the community? How did the guns get into the community? Who brought them in? And then you want to say, oh, well, we don't want, like, come on now.
Self-destruct.
Right. So
that's it.
All people are asking for is just an opportunity. Just an opportunity to be able to have it. Like, I don't see a crime in making sure that every child in America that is in a classroom has a book with all the pages in it, ladies and gentlemen. Like, where's the crime in that? Like,
But as we can see, because the topic is what now, we know that it's not gonna happen. It's not. I mean, I don't think so. Not in my lifetime.
right.
I really don't think so. Now I could be wrong. You know,
You-
something might happen, and something might change. But I don't believe that it's going to. So what? Okay, what do you do?
What do we do now? Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, because we have less than, I think we're down maybe 40, 39 days. We have to understand voting matters. Voting matters.
Okay,
We
then
have
what?
to turn out and vote, right,
Okay.
for this election, and not just vote for the president. You have to educate yourself, and if you're know who you're voting on, if you're in the state, if your governor is up for election, if your
That's what
state
matters.
and
The
if your state
proposition.
legislature, your state assembly and senate representatives are up for election, you need to know who they are. Your attorney generals, as you can
All
see in
the-
Kentucky, right? Your district attorneys, your police chiefs, your sheriffs, your city
Propositions,
councilmen
all
or
of that.
commissioners or
Effective.
aldermans, your mayors, different things like that. You have to be able to vote down the ballot as well. Certain measures, right? We can see that voting matters. We look at the big ticket item, which is the
Mhm.
president, and get stuck there. We really need to be trying
Focus
to figure out a way
on-
on how we can keep
Exactly.
the House of Representatives in a Democratic majority and flip the Senate to a Democratic majority, right? Because
Mhm.
what? Voting matters, right? You can't, and what irks me is that you want to sit on the sideline and complain when you didn't vote,
Mhm.
right? But then even after you vote, I took this off of Killer Mike. Some of you all know Killer Mike. If you haven't, go on YouTube and just look up Killer Mike or Google Killer Mike. He said, we have to, and he was talking to the black community, we have to plot, plan, strategize, organize, and properly mobilize as a community.
Absolutely.
And that's just not around voting, that's around everything that we do.
We have to take care of ourselves.
Exactly.
Period.
You can't leave
That's
it up
what
to
that
somebody
means.
else to
They're
do
not
what you're
going to take
supposed to
care
do.
of us.
They
They're not going
not.
to take care of our children. They're not going to take care of our elderly. They're not going to take care of our men and women. We have to do that ourselves
We do.
because it's not like they don't care about us. And like I said, it might change. I think people now are starting to see it in a different light, because their children are more interactive with African American and Latino people. So
Yeah, and you
they
have a lot of
are-
biracial relationships
Exactly,
going on in the world. You
especially
got,
now.
you
Yeah.
know, you got, you
So
know,
they're pushing the issue.
you got
more
Tyrone
on their
hooking up with
parents.
you got Tyrone hooking up with Jenny
Mm-hmm.
and you know Kimberly
Mm-hmm.
and you know Keisha is talking to Bob
Yeah,
and you know
it's a lot.
Ming Ching is hooking up with Jose
Yeah.
and Guadalupe is talking to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Omar,
Mhm.
right? So it's really becoming this melting pot, and all of these people, individuals, are having offspring now and children. Like, yeah, we really gonna have to do something about this
Yeah,
because this racism thing ain't gonna be able to last.
it's not.
But again, pay attention to the occupant in that occupies 1600 Black Lives Matter Plaza. He's sowing seeds of telling you what he's trying to do. He's already trying to delegitimize the election even before the election take place. That's why voting matters.
Mhm.
I would say if you've all and let's realize that voting has already taken place. We're already in election season. People are already
yes,
voting.
already.
So I know I'm gonna try to go to my polling place. I'm gonna have my mask on, all that stuff, because I want to go in person. If you're gonna vote by mail, vote by mail. Please vote early. But I believe that this
I think for
election,
mail-in ballots, you have to request them early.
right? You may have
Yeah.
to request them early, but this election needs to be such a blowout Like he needs to get obliterated. It almost needs to resemble Obama in 2008, right? When he just mopped the floor with, rest in peace, Senator John McCain. But he mopped the floor with the late Senator John McCain, that it wasn't even in doubt. Right? Those are the type of numbers that almost need to be put up to where there is no dispute on who the next president is. Because I just believe in my heart of hearts that our country cannot take another 4 years of this type of leadership, or we are going to be in a world of trouble. But even so, us as African Americans or just the minorities, we have to come together and plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize.
Exactly.
Do that in your own home. Go out and do it with your family, and then start to bring it out in the community wise. Right? We have to create our own schools. Yes. We need to create our own businesses. We need to create our own banks, right? We need to have our own. This is a time, if not in any other time, where we as minorities cannot get caught up on no crab pot mentality.
Oh no.
We just can't. Right? It's okay if one person doesn't like it the way another person does something. But we got to get out of that rhythm of hating on each other and doing things and sticking each other. And man, it's time out for that stuff. We really got to be out for each other's best really interest at heart and uplifting each other.
It's sad, but it's true. We do have that, crab mentality. When you go to a Black business, and you have Black customers, it's like we treat each other like, I have a business, you come into my business, but because I'm Black, you feel that, okay, you need a discount.
Off rip. Why? You need a discount.
Why? You didn't ask Susie business for a discount. You paid what the service was for. And I think we need to get out of that, because that's the only way we're going to elevate the Black community. If we support one another just like we support other businesses and brands.
Right. I believe it.
I've heard something, I don't watch the news, but I did hear this, as far as the Black dollar circulating. I think the Asian dollar circulates the most, which is I think 5 times within the community, whether it's however they spend it, but it circulates within itself. I believe 5. And then the Jews are next, then the Caucasians, then the Hispanics, and then we're the last. We don't circulate our dollar, I think, but once, if that.
Right, and that's it. And listen, this just my y'all.
Your dollar,
and I don't mean to rain on y'all parade in all of our Black businesses, but listen. And again, this is just my personal opinion. We live in these yet to be United States of America. I'm sorry, I don't live in Africa, so I'm not going to buy no African attire. Stop trying to sell me African stuff. I didn't grow up in Africa. I love the motherland, but I'm not trying to walk around with tribal colors on as my clothes. Right? We're Americans, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to get into the clothing industry or stuff like that,
but that's not all.
That's not all, but they be getting like, and again,
and
not all, and that's certain ones like that. But you saying y'all should be supporting Black business, but a lot of Black businesses always want to deal on cultural stuff, and that's not what we do in America. I'm cool with, maybe during Black History Month, you got a little dashiki and stuff like that. Ain't no Blacks that live in America going back to the motherland. We ain't going.
We might need to.
We probably might, but for 9 times out of 10, we're probably not going. So, but again, that's my only little tidbit, that whatever it is that you offer,
I think it
as a black business,
on the
make sure
be a need.
when you charge people whatever you're going to charge, you are rendering that level of service.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Customer service is everything. Make sure you're rendering a service that is equitable to what you're charging my black brothers and sisters, right? In whatever field you're in. Quit taking smoke breaks all the time. Like, come on, man. Quit doing half jobs. I can't say what I want to say, but quit, you know what I'm saying? You're doing sugar, honey, iced tea jobs, but you want to be paid like somebody else. Quit looking like you want to get paid, but want to do a 5-finger discount job, right? Like, what happened to you valuing your
professional and value your product?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? I don't mean to go on a rant.
The thing is, when you value and respect what you're doing, other people have no choice but to come up to your level or just walk away.
Right. We'll make it quality. There you said, Beer. Make it quality to have and have customers. Yes, have customer service.
Absolutely.
Listen, quit being late to everything. That ain't cute. You're running a business, right? Don't know. People are spending their hard-earned money to come patronize your business. Quit acting hood, ghetto, and ratchet in your establishments, thinking that black people owe you. They worked hard for their money, and they want to be able to get a proper return on their money. I have no problem paying for good quality service and a good product. No matter who it's coming from, I'll pay for it. But if you're going to give me whack service and there's just an expectation that I'm supposed to patronize you just because you're black, man, you got another thing coming. That is not how this game works, because people work hard for their money.
So make sure when you do have those concerns with a black business that you also have that same energy when another business is not as professional and you still return.
Right. Here's another
because we complain about black businesses and we never return, but then another business will do the same exact thing, late or non-professional, treat you like you don't belong there because you are black, and then we still return and give them our dollar.
Right. Sometimes we do that. We holding double standards.
Exactly.
Right. But right now, I'm just talking to my black brothers and sisters that want to do business. As Beer said in here, y'all want to take blunt breaks, and you coming in your business smelling like all type of kush and cookies. Come on now. Like, we laugh about it, but it ain't good business. Right? Quit. We have to, as a people, stop thinking so hood. Hood ain't cute. It's business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is business out here. If you want people to take you seriously, you have to present yourself as seriously. Men and women that are black, quit wearing your emotions on your shoulder. Ain't nobody disrespecting your manhood. Ain't nobody coming for your womanhood because you think everybody trying to just come for you. Everybody not coming for you. Basically, what they're saying is you're not taking care of good business. So then when you're replaced, you feel some type of way, but you were late. You trying to do your job. You all lollygagging, or you want to go chill. Business. Black people plot, plan, strategize, what it says, organize, and properly mobilize so that people will take you serious. We're a juggernaut as a community of ourselves. I forgot, I didn't write the number down, but we spend so many billions or trillions of dollars a year as consumers.
That's why I said we don't circulate our dollar within each other.
Money,
it goes everywhere else.
Money gone.
It's gone.
Right? Money gone. I just walking around the streets and stuff like that. All y'all, Listen, let me talk to our, and y'all, somebody might see this later. What now? I'm giving y'all a what now. All of you millennials that's out here that then got this PPP money or stuff like that, or you done came up, get out of the Gucci store, in the Fendi store, in the Louis store, blowing thousands upon thousands of dollars on material stuff, and you don't have no property. Go buy a house. Go get a condo. Go get up on a duplex or a fourplex or something like that. You know what I mean? It don't have to be right. Go invest in some stocks or bonds or mutual funds, money market. Get a portfolio. If you don't know what a portfolio is, that means you need to return that Gucci purse you just bought and them Gucci sandals, and go and look up what a portfolio is. Diversify your portfolio. Quit spending stuff on depreciated items. Who said that? Was it Too Short? When he said no, that was you remember E40 song? He said, ain't no right. You go to buy no right. Don't buy no $85,000 car before you buy a house. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
If you don't own a home, you do not need to have $100,000 car. Like, that don't make good sense, because a car is a depreciating item. You know this because you're a property owner. You know what I mean? Like, talk to. I didn't got frustrated. Talk to the people.
He's so frustrated right now. So yes, people, it's very important to use your money wisely and make it work for you. So like he said, don't go buy a Gucci purse and Gucci shoes and you sleeping on your cousin's couch. That is not a smart thing. If you do come up on some money, make sure, for one, you're living this together. And then you can buy a house. Trust me, you Google it. You can go to Detroit and buy a home for $20,000, $40,000. I mean, y'all just got 20,000 on them little things y'all was just doing. So you could have had a whole house, had some renters in there paying. It's not California rent, but it is $500 to $600 in rent. If you add that up, you would have paid your 20,000 in less than 4 to 5 years, and then the rest is residual income coming in every single month. You need that. It's for longevity. I know y'all ain't thinking about no retirement, but retirement. And then after so many years, you can cash in on your investment and have a return on your investment. So use your money wisely and just think smart. I know we're saying, stocks and bonds and mutual funds, and I know a lot of you just don't know about it because we weren't taught that. So we can say, oh, why you're not doing this, but if someone has never exposed you to those things, you really don't know. You really don't know. And some people are not exposed to certain things. They don't know that, I don't have to live out there and I can buy a house out there and collect money every month and have income coming in. That's not even a thought.
Right. That's true. So, I mean, I don't want to go
people who are educated, it's time to educate our millennials. It's time to do that because they don't know.
Right. I mean,
I just on social media.
I don't want to give people the benefit of the doubt.
What they see, and what they see is what? Gucci bags and Gucci sandals on Instagram.
So right, because all these other people, these celebrities and whomever are giving them a false sense of hope.
Exactly. But if that's the only people that they have that looks like they're doing something, and I didn't say that they are doing something, I said that it looks like, because a lot of the people on Instagram that you guys are following is fake.
Right.
It's not real.
And money doesn't come money that comes that fast goes fast. Absolutely. If you don't have a plan
but when you're not thinking on that level, you don't care. You just glad that you got it right now.
Right. And you know, and
so if no one has never said, okay, look, yes, you got it right now. Yes, you fly right now. You're looking good from head to toe. But what about tomorrow? Did you pay your light bill? Since you got, you got these stacks, maybe you should pay your bills for 6 months.
Right. Pay them up for being a credit for a year.
Yeah, for a year. Maybe, you don't know when you're going to get the next when you hit your next little lick. So you might need to pay your rent up for a couple of months. So if something happened and you lose a little bit,
that you may not be able to be gone to November.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you may not be able to flip that brick, may not be able to turn that yayo. Yeah. I'm just saying, y'all out here playing like that. Them 8 balls. Y'all, I'm gotta be quiet. I'm fast. I can't talk about all this.
Expose yourself to new.
You all got to get out and expose. Listen, this is 2020.
New avenues.
It's 2020. Google we have to stop listening to ignorant stuff that is not help. That's why I really can't rock with this with some of our artists that are out here in the entertainment industry, because you all are not talking about anything progressive. It used to be a time where musicians, it was their task to let you know what was going on in the street, really. Right? Like for all the NWA was speaking to what was going on in the community. And if you came up, like I'm an 80s baby, so you come up with the KRS-Ones and the NWAs and the Ice Cubes and the Dr. Dre's and the Jay-Z's and all them. Haven't you seen their lifestyle change? Yeah. Right? Totally like, different. Haven't you all learned that they're not in chains? And you all didn't see how Dre. Google Dr. Dre 1990 something, and then Google a picture of Dr. Dre in 2020. He looked like he is an Apple employee. He walk around in blue jeans and a black shirt.
Got different kind of money.
He's right. Somebody got in his ear, but these are the guys that paved the way. Don't be so hungry for the money. Like I'm not trying to put the pressure on the Kendrick Lamars and the Roddy Riches and the, you know what I'm saying, all of them, ASAP, whoever, and the Drakes and all of these guys that are out now. But I am putting a little bit of pressure on them to be like, you all have to be more responsible with what you're portraying at this point. Because just because there's a responsibility that you have for the people coming behind you, that they don't make the same mistakes. I'm not saying that you don't enjoy the fruits of your labor. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you're perpetuating a message that is not constructive for the generation that is watching us, in which, they don't know how to peacefully protest, because all they hear on the news and all they see is shoot them up, kill somebody, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the third. So what they going to do? They want to go and just tear up something.
I mean, but
like, where's the representation? And again, really, sometimes peaceful protest
is peaceful protesting now. Would that even? What would that do? I think you need a little. Now, I ain't saying tear up your own stuff. Now, don't do that. Don't tear up your stuff. Now, you might need to go tear up their stuff. But, I mean, it's so much going on.
There is, right. There is a righteous
indignation.
It's a righteous indignation, right? I get it.
Why? Peaceful, no.
I mean, I get the righteous indignation. That
lucky we tearing up buildings and not knocking people upside their head. See,
that's true.
Now,
that's true.
Because we could, if we could go off our emotion and our history and what's been happening.
Right. I guess I'm more of the, you, which is good. You need the yin and the yang. You're a little bit more Malcolm. I'm a little bit more Martin.
We're gonna tear this up.
And I'm like, listen.
Tear this thing up.
We have to, as Killer Mike said,
be strategic.
We have to plot, plan, strategize, organize,
Yes.
and properly mobilize in order to affect real change in every facet of our life. And he was even talking to me, even as a pastor, leading people. We have to get better on plotting, planning, strategizing,
Absolutely.
right, organizing, and properly mobilizing so that people can put a plan together and be able to see where we're going, right?
Because if we did that and we have our own, the other would have no choice but to respect us.
Right. And the truth of the matter is
giving them all of our money.
Right. And the thing is, they really co-opted everything.
As long as we keep
we've
getting our
done.
money.
If we being honest, everything that works
From the way we
in
wear our
America,
hair,
everything that works
our
in America
style,
is from
all from the black culture.
The black culture. Everything. Right? Our whole we come out the womb swagtastic.
Okay. So we was to take everything back.
Right.
Our media.
You know what I mean? We you know what I'm saying?
It's only broadcasted on our networks.
Right. You know what I mean? As much like I don't know, does Diddy own Revolt outright? I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? But again, we don't know. You have,
but Revolt is streamed on what?
Well, I don't watch Revolt as much as I probably.
I'm saying
should.
it has to be streamed from another
network
source of network.
Right.
So
but if we create
have to create our own, exactly.
Right. So then you have a Diddy. You could get like a Diddy, a Oprah, a Jay-Z, a Tyler Perry, maybe even convince Bob Johnson to get back into it, you know, and then put that money pulled together to where we really own the network.
Full network.
We own the full network. Even bring Nick Cannon in, like that boy, that young guy. He's wonderful and intelligent. Yeah, and now we own the network. Viacom doesn't own BET, right? We create our own network to then host on, right? We host black television. And then what the products, the news, and the information that we put on there is not just music videos of trying to degrade men and women, but like you said, we have news, we have positive content, we have things that are going to be uplifting, and you still have your enjoyable stuff. So you still have your.
So we can create our own narrative,
right? We create our own narrative because. If we as a people stopped watching the BETs, the MTVs, the VH1s, their stuff would go in the tank. If we moved all of these programs over to our black network to be able to perpetuate and start to build out. Just moved it.
We stopped going to Macy's and Nordstrom's and all the Gucci's and the Fendi's and everything.
I like the Macy's men's section.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Nordstrom's is my friend. I'm just saying. Now again, I don't mind if we create our own. And again, the same quality of clothes that are in Nordstrom's was in a black-owned business. Absolutely. I would patronize said black business, right? Because I like Nordstrom's. Right. If it was a black, it don't have to be called Black Nordstrom's, but I'm just saying, if it was a department store that was like that, I like Cole Haans as shoes. They're very comfortable. If Cole Haans was black owned, hey man, listen, but he's making whoever Cole Haan is, he makes a wonderful, comfortable shoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work my way. One day I'm gonna get me, unless it's somebody that I don't know creates a black man, I'm gonna get me one of them Tom Ford suits because his cuts are amazing, right? But again, that's my taste buds and different stuff. I'm not telling everybody, whether you want Nikes or Adidas or whatever. I think that it can be we can go and do it, and we can go patronize it, and it can be successful, and it can be somebody that is black owned to be able to.
We have talented seamstress that does the same exact thing that Tom Ford.
I
Seamstress
believe
does.
you. I just don't
It's
know.
just-
We need to have somebody in that arena
Mhm.
give them a shot, right? Like that's why I patronized Sean John,
Mhm.
right? But whatever you want to say, man, listen, Diddy, he's my man. I'm patronizing what he has, what he's trying to put on. I'm trying to invest back in, you
Mhm.
know, his company, right? And Tidal, that streaming platform, and you know what Jay is doing, right? We have to. I don't know everything that every other artist is doing because I'm not in their field, but I think there should be an obligation that we reinvest in our community, and help those brothers and sisters grow.
I think there's something out that tells you that Black businesses are in your community.
Right. And help
I think
them
it's like a book or something
to be
like
able
that.
to be able to grow and to thrive, put business plans together. So man, listen, I don't even know. I might change the whole platform and the strategy of Real Talk with Ro to really just moving it towards empowerment of individuals from a business standpoint, from creating their own, right? You know what I'm saying? Platforms, and just moving to empowerment. Because listen, I'm over talking about how y'all be picking 6 feet men that want you to pick you up and put you on, like, man, forget all that. When he come down, or when you come down, do you have a diversified portfolio?
You gonna have that too.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody need to help her, Holy Ghost.
Don't try to come talk about my 6 foot. Okay.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Men.
Well-rounded.
Women, men and women, we got to get it together. So we was just trying to give you just a little bit tidbits of the what now, right? What now? The what now is we have to plot, plan, strategize, organize, and properly mobilize to get the outcomes that we want. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go vote. Yeah. Voting matters. This is not hyperbole.
Propositions and the other people in office, because it that affects you in your state, and where you are.
This is not hyperbole. This is, for right now, the most consequential election up and down the ballot of our lifetime. And if you do not take this seriously, you cannot be mad at the outcome. So now, even now, if you got to get plot and plan and strategize, organize, and properly mobilize to get people to the polling places safely, whatever it is, helping individuals, are older, seasoned elders. If they're doing mail-in ballots, you go around and collect the mail-in ballots and drop them off at the proper polling place or in the polling station that is on the street, right? Whatever we have to do to make sure that our voices are counted, our voices are heard, is what we have to do. So again, what now? Plot, plan, strategize, organize, and properly mobilize. All right? I believe if we do that, and we do that in an effective way, we can, in our own communities, in our own environments, start to affect change. So as I always say, I'm getting out of here. I love y'all. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Andrea Renee, you have some closing remarks?
You said it.
I said it?
Yes, you said it. That's it.
Well, listen, y'all. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode and the dialogue. We will be back next week, same time, same bat channel, coming to you with real information. I don't know if the Lakers are still winning right now, but I did wear my Laker hat in tribute to the one and only Kobe Bean Bryant. I'm a Kobe fan to the heart, so I just want to rep this Laker hat I purchased while he was still playing for the Lakers. So y'all have a wonderful night. And we will see you all next time. Oh, and before I leave, thank you to everybody that came out and supported my first pastoral anniversary here at People's Independent Church of Christ. We had a wonderful time outside last Sunday, September the 20th. So I just want to tell everybody that prayed, sent love gifts, big or small, whatever it was. Congratulations on Facebook and on Instagram, all of that. Thank you. Thank you. I can't appreciate you all enough. All right. So see y'all later. Y'all be good. Oh, yeah. And listen, A1, he's a champion about it. If you forgot to give, and you would like to sow into the life of the man of God, you can see it right there. Ways to give. There's the Cash App, and Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. You can definitely do that, and all love gifts will be greatly appreciated, and even thank you in advance. So I love y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. And we signing out. Peace.